Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Rekka back again from Anime Backwhen. Got my new little, nerd glasses on, so I'm on my Poindexter type of time. But listen, I'm introducing something new to the channel called DVD Saturdays, where I'm basically just going to be taking whatever I've been watching recently or whatever, and I'm just going to be talking about it real quick, but I'm not going to do a full video on it. Now, sometimes I might have watched like 2-3 anime and I'm going to do 2 videos on these 2, but then this one I don't really want to do a video for, but I still think is worth talking about. And that's where this comes in. So just a quick little 5-minute rundown, nothing too serious, nothing too analytical. But last night I finished watching this anime right here, which is Kaze no Yojimbo, based on Akira Kurosawa's Chambara film from like way back in the days, whatever. That came, it was a live action film from Japan. Now, Kaze no Yojimbo, I never seen the original movie, but a lot of people say that it's not like a direct, they took the movie and they made a full, translated anime, series off of it. It's something that kind of is loosely based on the movie, and then there's elements that you see in the movie that you'll see in the anime, but it's kind of its own thing, and that's what this is. So basically, the story of Yojimbo for the anime basically is this guy right here who goes by the name of George is basically he shows up in a town, trying to uncover a mystery about a guy from his past or something like that, right? I'm trying to talk in code because I don't want to spoil anything. But basically, it's a mystery anime of him the whole show is about him trying to solve this mystery, and he, ends up getting involved being a bodyguard for the mob, and there's this mob guy over here that he works for, and he ends up working for this guy over here, and then there's the mob, the daughter, and there's all kind of different characters that gets mixed in. Typical stuff that you expect when you get into, a mystery series. Now, if any of you guys have seen this guy right here, Gungrave, this is basically sort of the same. So any of you guys that have seen Gungrave or know Gungrave, it kind of gives you the same kind of energy as far as dealing with the mob and all that type of stuff. So that's kind of the Yojimbo story. It takes place at times. It could almost feel like it's on some Edo Japan, like it's like it holds on to the energy of the Edo, the Meiji type of era, or feudal type of era, but nah, there's definitely a lot of modern day stuff going on. So that's basically the premise of what Yojimbo is about. Now, George, the main character, George is a pretty dope dude. Not gonna dwell too much on him because all I'm gonna say is he kind of embodies the energy of all your favorite late 90s, masculine protagonist, your Spike Spiegels from Cowboy Bebop, your Gene Starwind from Outlaw Star, guys like, let me look back here and see who I could think of, guys like man, exactly, once I said Spike from Cowboy Bebop, you know who I'm talking about. Them witty characters. They're very calm, cool, collected. They do have a playful side sometimes, but they're very serious. They never trip. They're never worried about anything. They're very, rise to the occasion type of character. And, that's who my man right here is. You know what I mean? That's who he is. And when you mix that with the, the fact that it's a very mysterious type of show trying to uncover things, it makes for a pretty cool experience. Now, I will say that Yojimbo is kind of a boring anime. It does have moments where it's very boring, and then it has moments where it's, you're like, this is some cool shit right here. Particularly like the casino episode, and that's all I'm gonna say. The casino, there's this episode where he goes, basically one of the mob teams that he fucks with, basically they have a casino that they operate on a moving train, like going basically on a train, so it can't be detected by the police because that level of gambling is illegal. So he goes on there and he basically, he ends up being like their saving grace to save their casino, because he's very good at gambling. And so there's a very like keeps you on the edge of your seat episode, of them playing. I don't know if it was Texas Hold'em or poker or whatever they were playing, and So it has a couple of gem episodes in there, but then it has some slow episodes where you kind of just like, yo, get to the point already. You know what I mean? The animation and the art style is okay. You know, there's a couple of cool looking characters in there. I like George's character. I think the animation is, you know, lackluster by today's standards, but it fits the vibe of the show. You don't need all this. You don't need too much fancy stuff when you're just going for a mystery series. And then this also came out in 2001, so you know, a lot of those early 2000s, you didn't really start to see digital animation, you know, fully solidify itself the way that we know it to now. You didn't start to see it really start getting there until, from what I've seen, probably around that 2003 2004 era. There was still a lot of, you know, them trying to play with hand-drawn animation and find a hybrid between hand-drawn and fully digital. They still were trying to do that, you know, in the early years of the 2000, especially 2000 and 2001. They also were still, so, you know, they hadn't fully nailed it with this show yet. So that's pretty much Yojimbo. Now, the reason why I had to talk about this is an anime that I've been trying to watch since like 2016. I've been trying to get my hands on this DVD, and it's not that it was overly expensive. I just never could find it for a price that I wanted to pay for it. You see what I mean? It was always like $50 or $60, and it's just like, I don't want to pay $60 for that, man. You know what I mean? Like, I was always waiting to find it for like 20 or something like that. And one day I saw it was going for like 40, and I just picked it up, and you know, it showed up. I watched it, and I'll say it was a little slower than I would have liked it to have been, but it's still, you know, for a 5-year wait, I'm glad it wasn't complete trash. But yo, that's it. Kaze no Yojimbo, I definitely recommend it. Check it out for all you mystery anime lovers, for all you more mature anime lovers out there. And I'll be back with these next week, but expect a couple, you know, of your traditional anime back when style reviews later on this week as well. So listen, like the video, comment down below what y'all want to see next. I'm out. Thanks for watching. Anime back when. Peace.